Before we get into that, though, I need to ask you a question. How many salespeople have we got in the room? Show of hands if you're a salesperson, please. Whoa, whoa. Okay, hundreds of us. Okay, great. I love working with salespeople. I really do. Salespeople are so exciting. I know you're going to find this hard to believe, but they are. It's really true. I was working with a group of accountants last year, doing another seminar for a group of accountants, and they were really hard to get excited, you know. I mean, they really were. It was quite interesting. But the salespeople, I know you're not going to let me down. How many people are not sales in this room? How many people are not sales? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. What are you doing here? So the next question is going to be a dead simple one. I know you're all in sales, and most of you. So the next question is very simple. What is selling? What is selling? Definition of selling. Anybody? What is selling? Anybody know what they do all day?
Meeting people's needs.
Meeting people's needs, okay. Any other definitions here? Creating a need, okay. Other definitions? Anybody?
Selling your product.
Selling your product? Begging the question that a little bit, isn't it? Anyway.
Making money.
Making money. Yes, okay. Look, we've all got different definitions of selling. For me, my definition of selling is very simple. It's helping the customer to buy. Helping the customer to buy. Guiding the customer down that difficult road from them having a problem to you providing a solution. We're in the helping the customer business. That's actually what we do. And we need to focus on our customers. They're the most important people in our life, our customers. Nobody is as important as your customer. You see, we're not in the business, look, money's important, you're absolutely right. Persuading the customer may be, but we're not in the business of that. We're in the business of helping the customer. You see, it doesn't matter. The one sale that we make is not the important thing. It's the customer we make which is truly the most important thing. We are in the business of making customers, keeping that customer coming back over and over again. So we're in the helping the customer business. That's what we're in. Our main focus of our life has got to be our customer. So if your main focus of your life is your customer, now what do you call yourself? What is your job title? Think about that for a second. I'm not going to ask 150 people in this room. I'm not going to go around asking each person's job title. But I have a fair idea of what your job titles are likely to be because I probably speak to more salespeople than any other person in the country. And I get to find out about where people really, what people call themselves. Now, amongst us in this room, I expect we'll have some sales representatives, I imagine. There'll be a few sales reps here. Then there'll be sales executives, I imagine, 1 or 2. I've never really understood what a sales executive is, but there you go. There'll be a sales exec. There might even be marketers or marketeers, new business development officer. There'll be lots of different titles in this room. And there's nothing wrong with those titles except, let's imagine you go and get face-to-face with a customer. And you give him your business card, and on your business card it says sales rep. So what you're saying is, Mr. Customer, I represent my company. And he now is a buyer. So he represents his company. So the very first thing you do to your customer is tell him that you and I, Mr. Customer, are on different sides. You're on your side, I'm on my side. And the very first thing you do by giving him your business card is explaining to him how different we are, and we're going for different things. I went to a party once, and I met this guy at a party, and I was chatting to him. Nice fellow. And I said to him, what do you do for a living? Because that's the sort of thing you ask at parties, isn't it? Because you need to know what they do for a living before you can decide whether to talk down to him or not, you know. So, so I said to him, well, what do you do for a living? He said, I buy insurance. And I said, you buy insurance? That's interesting. What does somebody do all day that buys insurance? He said, you know what I do? I hunt around for the best insurance deals, and then I buy them for my customers. He's actually an insurance salesman, in actual fact. But you see, he sees his job from the perspective of the way in which the customers would like to see him do it. He's an insurance buyer because that's what his customers want him to do, hunt around for the best insurance deals for his customers. So what do you do for a living? Nice thing about calling yourself an insurance buyer instead of an insurance salesman is that you, at parties, if you're an insurance salesman, you get very short conversations. Have you noticed? Oh, is that the time? I've got an appointment over here somewhere, you know. But think about that. Think about what you call yourself. Are you, by your job title, are you separating yourself from your customer? Because if you are, you're missing out on some opportunities here. What else could you call yourself? Instead of being a customer representative, instead of being a sales representative, what about a customer representative? Or perhaps a client solutions provider? It's a bit of a mouthful, but 2 or 3 companies that I've worked with now using that client solutions provider. It has a kind of ring to it, apparently. A customer consultant, perhaps a customer support staff, a client liaison executive, for those people who want a title that means absolutely nothing at all. So what do you call yourself? See if you can, in one way or another, change your job title to fit in with what you should be doing, which is focusing on your customer. Nobody else is as important in your life as your customer. Most important person in your life is your customer. Make sure your job title tells people that. It also, of course, is telling you that as well, so that when you start to think about what you do for a living, maybe you're just going to be a little bit more focused on your customers. So that's our job. Our job, salespeople, get customers and to close them. That's what we do. Get a customer and close. Very, very simple.